trouble. Oh my God.
Adult conversation.
Start talking to somebody. Everybody is not gonna connect with you. Just because you like somebody does not mean
They gonna like
that
you.
they gonna like you, and that's okay.
That was a statement there. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But okay. Everybody, I like that right there. Tell me.
You feel me? I need your dick to be damn near as big as my shot.
Listen, I don't give a goddamn what people say. Ain't nothing like a black man. A big old black man. Like, you need that love in your life. Because evidently you ain't never experienced that. But I'm not going to stop being who I am because you used to fuck up. You know what? It's almost like mental edging. If you think about it.
Listen, because once we break, all I gotta do is pray that we don't break nothing in the house. Because baby, it's going down.
But never scripted. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
What's popping? What's cracking? How y'all doing?
I feel like we need that sing song by like Mace. Welcome back. Sorry.
Period. We in this side. Y'all miss
our faces, but we kept y'all entertained. We did.
Definitely kept y'all entertained. But you know, we
gonna keep y'all entertained.
Definitely gonna keep y'all entertained for sure. Welcome in, y'all. Y'all know. Make sure y'all do the things. Subscribe, like, share this thing out. Tell a friend to bring their ass on up in this motherfucker. And then, engage in the comments. We appreciate it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you're watching the playback, go and please leave us a comment. If I knew Korean, I would say it, but hey, I'm sure the captions are all are welcome. We love everybody.
And we do.
Well, we got a good show for you here tonight, as Steve Harvey would say.
So I don't know about y'all. It's fair. I don't know about y'all FYP, but my FYP has been full of this girl named Kiki. I believe her TikTok is Kiki the Real Mrs. Jones. Mm-hmm. And I think she's also on Facebook as Kiki Jones. And apparently all of this transpired on Facebook and made its way to TikTok.
Oh Lord.
But the young lady, the story that she gave, if I could play the video and it not take up the whole entire time, I would. But child, her videos, all her videos were pretty long. The gist of what I gathered though is, she had been through some bad relationships with like her exes, her baby daddy, and all that other kind of stuff. She took 2 years off to be single, just focus on herself, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And then here come this man,
the devil.
And she felt like this had to be the one because of how he just came out of nowhere, mm-hmm. or whatever the case would be. So they dated. I don't remember her saying how long they dated for, but mm-hmm. they had recently just got married. They had just been married for about 7 months. And she finds out this man, but she know her the whole time.
Mm-mm.
The whole time.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail, sis. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, listen, people have lost their life for less. You hear me? In this day and age, I feel like cheating on people is a dangerous game to play.
True. And that's why I kind of also want to kind of talk about it too, because it's like, are we just so in a day and age where we desire love, companionship, relationships so bad that we just like take a blind eye to things, or even that little quiet intuition in your stomach that be like, something ain't right. Because like I said, I made a joke on TikTok earlier. I was like, now you know if your FaceTime, he's talking about he in bed and you see the bedazzled shit behind you. This nigga didn't buy no bedazzled bed. Especially if he say he at home. I'm like, it got to be little clues, or you can't talk after 10 o'clock, like little shit. So it's like, are we really keeping our head on the swivel, or we just like, I just want my man, I just want my girl, or whatever, and I'm not just paying attention to none of this shit?
I think it depends on the situation. I genuinely think so. I think there are situations where what I'm smell good.
Because got some crafty motherfuckers out there. Excuse my language, but
you do. But I think but also I think so. Okay, so I think it's a mixture of a few things, right? Are there some people who, yes, they desire to be in a relationship so bad that they're willing to turn a blind eye to some stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Is a lot of people are totally happy with living in Deluluville, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but I also think there are cases where either the person doesn't have to, like the person that's doing the cheating doesn't really have to change their routine that much, whether it's because the person that they're cheating with is extremely low effort, or
Mm-hmm.
hell, it could be
Ooh.
somebody who is around, and so they still get to see each other on, without it
Right.
being too conspicuous, so to speak. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's so many ways. So
It's so
sometimes
many ways.
sometimes it's a situation of, hey, sis, or
Mm-hmm.
hey, bro, fam, person.
Ooh.
I need you to open your eyes and
That's
see what's going on. And
that
then
be another
sometimes,
thing too. Is like, do you really tell your friend like if I see some shit, I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna tell you once though. I'm not gonna tell you no more than once. If I peep something and I knew it was solid and concrete, I'm only telling your ass once because you're not about to look at me like I'm crazy. And a lot of people don't want to hear it. Sometimes they got
true.
to see shit for themselves, and then some people be looking at you like you crazy. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna tell you once in a very nice way, like, hey, I'm just letting you know. I was at Target. No, not Target. We don't do Target. I was at Costco the other day, and I saw your man holding hands with this woman. And now you know me, I'm a snip a picture.
Because listen, you might as well come with the evidence. Okay?
Listen, so I'm like,
A
unless
quick,
this
a
is
quick,
sister,
little quick.
sis,
Hey, sis, who this?
I'm about to say you be like this.
Take a quick picture. Snap that picture, send it to your homegirl. Hey, who this?
Be like,
Who this
or
with
be
your
like,
man?
look like you doing a selfie, like, girl, I'm just gonna be like, hey sis, who this? And I'm gonna tell you once, what you do with that information is your business. But nope, I'm not telling you more than once.
Yeah, I mean, all yeah, telling a person that their person is cheating on them is it's a risky situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have been put in that situation where I had to call someone and be like, "Hey, so this is what I found out."
Oh,
It is such an uncomfortable situation to be in. But
very.
I love my people and I love my friends, and I'm not gonna sit up here and have said information and not take it to my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Or even take it to one of my homeboys. Like I can't do. I ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this shit. Um, what I want to say this though. One thing that caught me that really like to some extent resonated with me that the girl Kiki was talking about in all of her videos. And let me
Mm-hmm.
also say this: the girl, she's a gorgeous woman. She really is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Very.
she seemed like she's sweet as well. She seemed like she might be a little crazy based on some other stuff I saw. She might be a little
Mm-hmm.
crazy,
That's
but
true.
I mean, I feel like all of us reach a point of crazy after you've gone through so much sometimes.
That is
But
very true.
one of the biggest things that stood out to me, and out of everything that I listened to when it came to her videos, was when she was like she stayed to herself for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and she just made the assumption that because this man came along,
Mm.
that he had to be the one. I think I think we do ourselves a disservice if we take this time out from dating and everything else and we say we're going to work on ourselves,
Yep.
and you just the first person that come along, you go into it without any discernment,
No discernment.
any questions or nothing. Because don't get me wrong, I get it, babe. I've been there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The first person that come along after you ain't been mixing and mingling for 2 years or whatever the case may be. Sometimes the shit be looking like gold, and
Yeah,
it's shit, like for real.
it really do be.
And it's like if you don't sit back and take the time to really like evaluate the situation, truly get to like spend time with that person, break shit down, really get to know them, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It could be a wolf in sheep's clothing real
It
easily.
can be.
You
And then you
know?
also got to make sure you're not operating out of desperation too or loneliness, because a lot of
Right.
motherfuckers take a lot of people back because of they lonely or like, well, at least I know the devil I'm dealing with versus what I don't deal with. Like people say a lot of things just
Can
to
I
have
just
a
not deal
body
with the
that,
devil?
huh?
I, I said, can I please just not have to deal with the devil at all?
Exactly. And it's like, would you just rather deal with the same narcissistic cheating ass motherfucker just because that's comfortable for you and you already have a comfort level with him versus you finding something that you really, really want? Or are you afraid, or it go into to me also do a word roll into self-worth? It's like, do you keep taking this motherfucker back because you think that's all you worthy of? Or are you
That's a
afraid
good
to
question.
attain the stuff you actually want? Like it's so much stuff. It's like what causes people to cheat, and then what actually makes you take a person back after said cheating. It to me got to be it got to be a deep dive into it.
So,
Cause you never look at that person again if you take them back the same way.
well, I don't know. I can't. I won't say that. And the only reason I won't say that is because I've seen ooh,
Uh oh.
I've seen relationships that have like still flourished after cheating. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I do think there, like you said, I do think there has to be a question of why did this person cheat?
Mm-hmm.
Is it something? Because sometimes, and I'm not saying to make it right. I ain't none of that. What up, Mo? I ain't saying to
What
make it
up, bro?
right. Nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm not saying it negates any of the things, but sometimes, there may be a question of is something not being fulfilled in the relationship. Now,
Mm-hmm.
as an adult, if you're not getting something out your relationship and that's
Say
the
it.
relationship you want to be in, then you need to be a grown enough person to sit down and communicate that information, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you just a motherfucker that like to have your cake and eat it too, then you need to find somebody who is okay with living that type of lifestyle and just be
That's
honest
true.
about that. Because there's plenty of people out here who are willing to live a ethical, non-monogamous
Mm-hmm. Cause they
lifestyle,
want the same
right?
shit you want.
Exactly, and
But
that's that thing. So,
I do got a
are there?
question for you though.
What's up?
It's and even for the men that's even in the building or even watching, do women create enough safe space for you to be open and honest of how you really feel, even if you didn't like something? Like, do you feel comfortable with your woman even saying, "Hey, your head is trash and I really love head"? Like, when do you feel comfortable enough to say the things that you're not happy with so that she can make room for effort and and to improve? Or do you just try to take, suck that shit up like a G, but you so unhappy but you won't say the shit, so you end up doing shit that you don't supposed to be doing? And like I said, I'm not condoning cheating at all, but are we creating spaces enough to say, hey, I'm comfortable with voicing my dislikes if I have a problem, or if I need to have a conversation or a discussion? Because honestly, unless the person just a stupid ass cheater, but honestly, a lot of it stems from, like you said, are you being satisfied? Are you happy? Or do you just feel tapped out of this relationship? And then you got people, like you just said, they just cheaters. That's just a part. They come from like that one one video we watched. That motherfucker came from a line of cheaters. His daddy was a
I
cheater. His
swear,
uncle was a
right,
cheater, and they was pastors. That shit is in your Dana.
right. That is a part of who you are at your core. I
Right. So
don't.
that's my
Okay,
question to you, and
so
what you think about it.
do I believe enough women create a safe space for their partners? Um, I feel like okay, so I feel like men are more likely to speak up about their sexual desires than women are. I think where women lack the ability, or not the ability, let me no no no, where most women lack the proper skill set. Maybe I can say it that way.
Hmm.
and when it comes to relationships, is truly creating a safe space for their husband or their partner. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that is wrapped up in misogyny. It's wrapped up in most women still subscribing to the fact that men shouldn't have emotions, basically. Um, and I
Mm-hmm.
think you'll find more men saying that they don't have that level of safety and security in a relationship versus saying that they don't feel comfortable expressing what they want and desire or don't like when it comes to the bedroom. Mo said he definitely speaking up. Mo said, "Fuck what you heard. I'm speaking up."
Like, bitch, I feel teeth, goddamn it. I feel teeth. That shit hurt.
Right. He said the space may be safe or unsafe, but regardless of things have to be put out in the open if you want to create space for that correction or that improvement.
That's true.
True. But and a lot of that just has to do with how we were raised. Uh,
That's true.
you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women were not raised to be vocal about their sexual wants, desires, needs, whatever the case may be. Whereas, dudes have, for the most part, been, taught to be verbal about those things, be verbal about what
That's
they
true.
want, and go after what they want, and all that other kind of stuff. Um,
And not
so
even honestly, even in a sexual way, because you would have a lot of men that say, "Man, I just want her support, or I just want her, encouragement sometimes, or just a place where where I can breathe." So not even just even in the sexual aspect, it's like all around. Are we creating a space for them to even feel, vulnerable enough to say, "Hey, this is what I don't like," or are you just a person that as soon as he says he don't like something, you go into a screaming match,
I don't think majority of women do. No. And this is just
or you
based
gonna feel
off of
insecure about it?
and this is just based off of, conversations I've had with a bunch of different people because it's always very interesting to me because on the one hand, a lot of women say they want to be able to feel safe and secure in their relationships and stuff like that, but then
Mhm.
do not know how to also provide said safety and security.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Um, and at the end of the day, a lot of it just is rooted in misogyny. It truly is. It's just rooted
Mhm.
in that. Well, it's rooted in a couple of different things, but it's the misogyny of what you think a man's man is supposed to be. Like a man ain't supposed to have emotions; he's just supposed to provide and da 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 da. But men
Right.
are still human. They still are human. They have feelings. They have emotions. That matter. Um,
Mhm.
and there's also the happy wife, happy life theory. And I'm like, but that only makes it one sided. That doesn't take into account how the man feels in the
Right.
relationship. Um uh so you have that where it's like everybody is expecting for him to sacrifice everything for the woman, and she just supposed to be there, so to speak.
Mhm.
But I think one of the biggest things that we all, well, a lot of us are starting to realize, which I think a lot is a huge reason why a good chunk of people are single right now, is that the status quo of what relationships were is no
Mm.
longer
That shit
feasible.
is gone.
Right. Maybe it ain't what it is anymore. You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? Like, take us for example. We are not women who are looking for a man to financially provide and support
Mm-mm.
for us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Baby, we got that on lock. We need you to come with
On
some
lock.
emotional stability. We need you to come with some emotional intelligence. We need you to come with some creativity, some fun, some consistency, some consideration, you
Mm-hmm.
know, all these words that ain't got shit to do with money.
None. It's easy to make money. Sorry. Hey, ugh.
It is.
It
I want to
is.
point this out. This is a huge thing. In most cases, we're taught not to open up out of fear of
That's
it being
true.
weaponized, and that goes
Cause
back to that
that's why
whole.
I will say, like, as soon as you get to an argument, you know, the people like to hit below the belt, and it's like, they're like, that's why your regular daddy left and your dick little. It's like, whoa, sis, you just go to the corner, chillax.
Baby,
You know what
motherfuckers be throwing out all types of crazy shit. It's like
I mean?
if
Wild
y'all are
stuff.
supposed to listen, because here's the crazy part about me particularly. I still have some. I got some kamikaze ass type information in the chamber about motherfuckers that I don't even fuck with no more.
True.
But because I gained this information in a time of that was my person, that was my people, that
Hmm.
was my friend, whatever the case may be,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna use that shit to
No,
against you. Could I?
no.
I could have.
I
Oh,
was
I
just
could
editing a
have.
clip with us talking about that like a year ago. It's like people need to really appreciate the fact that we some real niggas first. So at the end of the day, like I don't care if we fall out, I don't care do whatever. Like if at that point, if I was a safe space, I'm not about to be a sucker ass bitch and be on the internet now talking about blah 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 blah. No, at the end of the
Spirit,
day,
not your
I'm gonna
business.
go out with grace. I'm gonna go out same way I came in. So just you
Exactly.
stay over there, you
And
stay over
then
there. But if you provoke me and you start talking shit, I'm I'm
now,
I
if I can
might have
afford
to
some receipts about shit, that's totally different.
listen.
But I think one of the things, and I think I can speak for Kate as well on this, is it's extremely important for my husband to feel that if he came and he needed to cry in my lap on my shoulder, whatever the case may be, that he knows that I'm not going to look at him as less of a man because
No,
he did those
absolutely
things.
not.
I'm not going to look
Absolutely
at
not.
you as less than a man, and it's not something that I'm gonna throw back in your face if we have a disagreement.
No,
Because
absolutely not.
first off, not that I said one of us gotta have some goddamn emotions on a regular basis in this bitch. Okay? Because
You know,
I'd be
I feel
emotionally
like the
stunted
closer
some
you get
days.
though, sis, you get a little emotional. Unless my motherfucking hormones is off or some shit. But lately I be
Ooh.
like, shit, I called your ass crying the other day and didn't even know why. And 2 seconds later, I was okay eating tacos.
It be like that some days.
Okay,
But
so
I mean,
flip
but
it. Why do women cheat? Finish your thought and tell me why do you think women cheat?
I think it'd be for the same thing. I mean, that was my thought. But
Okay.
I think a lot of times it's the same situation. Is something is lacking, or they just a person who greedy as fuck, and they
I
want
was
it
just about to
all.
say that. In the year of
But
our Lord
now I
2025.
will say this. Now I do think the differences are though. I think majority of the time, and not all the time. I think majority of the time, women cheat out of an emotional deficit, and men cheat out of a sexual deficit. Most of the time. I'm not saying all of the time, okay? But I think a lot of times when it comes I think that's the only difference is that you'll see more women cheat and when they say why it has
Mhm.
more emotional things to do with it. And then for guys, it tends to have a little bit more to do with, the sexual aspect.
In 2025, a lot of people be looking for an upgrade.
Not an
They be
upgrade.
I be like, you just gonna keep bouncing from person to person to person, person to person. And that's another thing. Like when I'm locked in and you actually, if I say we're in a relationship and you're mine, that means I've invested time, energy, and love into you already. So the thought of hurting you as my friend first, my lover second, my dude third, my man, my husband, whatever, I feel like that would hurt me, hurting you. And I would
Yeah.
want people to get to that point in a relationship where the fact of cheating or hurting that person, you would never want to see that look on their face. And that's why we always talk about, do people really like the people that they rock with and fuck with at the end of the day? Because is it that easy to hurt your man or your woman just for a quick temporary fix?
Right. And here's my, and you know what? Speaking of hurting a person, because the first thing motherfuckers, as soon as they get caught, hey, I wasn't trying to hurt you. But here's the thing: regardless
Mm-hmm.
of whether or not the person ever finds out, why would you do something that could potentially hurt them? And
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just the level of loyalty that I have, because baby,
Facts.
I've fallen on the sword many a time for people, even when
Same.
they would never prick their finger for me.
Mm-mm. Wouldn't
You know what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
girl listen. Wouldn't have
Okay.
done that. Wouldn't never do it again.
Now, even through the pain of it all and realizing this about people, I'm still going like that. That's just who I am. I'm that loyal of a person. You know what I'm saying? When I fuck with you, when I rock with you, baby, that's it. Like we down like four flats on the Cadillac. You ain't gotta worry about shit over here. Okay? I don't do that. Like ain't nobody finna talk crazy about you in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not
Right.
gonna kiki in the corner, or none of this shit.
Right.
It's like you might if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Right.
And it might
Same.
even be worse in my relationships, because baby, my fish is my fish.
I ain't about to play by my man.
Okay, it's a lot of things I don't play about, and I guarantee you, my man is right up there at the top of the list. Okay, uh, and no nigga could come disrespect my man either. Okay,
No.
cause
Nope.
never
I'm
mind.
just letting my future husband know that, you know, if
Sorry.
if the altercation pop off in public, okay. First of all, I keep the pew pew with me at all times in
Hmm.
my car. It's in the case. If it look like you can't handle it, baby, somebody getting shot in the ass. I'm just saying,
Okay,
cause I ain't about to fight no man, but I got
I might throw a brick like Debo up in this motherfucker, but
you. There you go or something, but I'll shoot somebody in the ass or the leg for you, but baby,
I'll be fat.
I ain't about to sit
Then
there and let my man get his ass whooped
I put something hot in them real quick.
real
Nah.
quick.
But I don't know, man. And you know what though? I think for some people, social media has given them
Mm.
an unrealistic,
Talk about it.
a,
Talk about it.
a
Get some
unrealistic
mic on. Talk about it.
level of confidence. Okay,
Not even that.
because
Social media done made y'all sorry. And I'm gonna say something, let her finish. Done made y'all think y'all got options. And y'all got motherfuckers got comments. And that's for ladies and men. You don't got options, motherfuckers. You got comments. There's a
yeah,
goddamn difference. Okay,
yeah.
sorry, sis. Go ahead.
No, 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 because you said you ain't even facts, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes social media make y'all feel like y'all big shit and y'all really ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
And it's some people out here that'll fuck with a nigga just because of who they bitch is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for the oh, she thinks she
Or
big
who they
shit because
think they
she got this
connected
nigga.
to. Or
Right.
who they think they connected to. Baby, listen.
Because baby, I know for a fact that one of my past relationships, it was a bitch that did her best to try and play with that man nether regions, simply because that was my man at the time. And I
Not
was
the
like,
nether regions. Not the nether regions.
girl, listen, which I never understood, because I was like, why are you so fixated on me that you won't?
I don't get that.
Okay, cool, whatever. Um, but yeah, it is. I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Um, and a huge reason of why I know for me, especially with a lot of the shit that I've been through in my past, I in this season of my singleness, I've been very intentional and uh
Mm-hmm.
patient and taking my time, baby. I've been moving like molasses. I ain't even gonna hold you. Um,
What the old saying,
I,
get the molasses out your asses.
okay, just because it's. I feel like, granted, I was about to lie. I was about to lie.
That's the filter song. That's the filter sound. When she had to think before she say something, goddamn. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, 'cause that was about to be a whole lot. So I can say, for the most part, in my past relationships, they have. moved pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of going from just talking to a person to
Same.
officially dating or whatever the case may be. So, and I think that's a part of why this particular go round, I was like, all right, we got to do something different because we keep getting the same results, and I need
True.
my husband. I don't want no fuck
Mm.
boy. I don't want no mama's boy. I don't listen. I want my husband.
I
What you
felt that
say,
in
man?
my spirit. She said, "I want my husband."
I just, cause
I
man,
shot Dito, no shot down. She shot that. She said, "I want my husband." Say
my
it again.
husband.
My
Okay,
husband.
okay,
Husband.
because child,
Listen,
I ain't fucking time for this bullshit out here.
Lord, you heard her. She ready. She ready, Lord. She ready. I told you, 2026.
There you go. There you go. I keep
I
telling
speak it.
y'all, get friends that stand in the gap when you be sitting over there
Hey,
looking
listen.
crazy.
I'm trying to tell you.
But but
She
no,
said that
but
from her
like,
heart.
'cause, listen, baby, I did the other shit. I want somebody there, baby. When I say we rocking this bitch till the wheels fall out,
To the
like,
wheels.
you know what I'm saying? Especially with everything that's been recently happening. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's just like it is more evidence of how important it is to me to have somebody I can depend on in my life.
Amen, girl. Ooh,
You
we.
know what I'm saying? It's like it's a big like, oh, okay,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, like, and
Like
don't
you
get me
tell
wrong,
somebody something happened, they be like, wow, that's crazy. What?
but let me
I'm
tell you
like, in
something.
this season, I would might shoot you if I said you told me some shit. But
You,
yeah, I feel like those are the moments though that you really put a pin in. You be like, okay, that was a moment. That was a moment that I knew solidified something else in me. Is when you going through some real life shit and that person shows up. And people
hmm
do not really realize like there's so many ways that you could show up for a person that means so much that's not dealing with money or whatever it is that you think that is you got to show up in a way, but just sitting there at a person's time where they heart is just heavy as hell, and it's like I'm on my way, like I ain't even asked, you just like, hey, I'm okay, I'm coming, like that means a lot. And people do not realize like those are the points in a man and a woman's mind that you be like, okay, this might be something here, this is
right.
something different.
Especially because bitch, we ain't getting no younger. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-mm.
you're going to have more life changing events moving
Mm-hmm.
forward than
You
you probably have had thus far. And don't get me wrong, family is always great. Having a great circle of friends, always top tier.
right.
But a person that literally like can come in and help regulate your nervous system during these times and just
Mm.
like, you know what I no words to describe, but just the shit just hit different to
It
be able to
does.
have that.
It
Uh,
does.
so it's I don't know. It's such a like when I went just to kind of bring it back to the girl Kiki, like watching the grief on her face,
Mm-hmm.
but then also turning and watching some of those videos with her husband in them or her ex
Mm-hmm.
husband now. It's like did did he really like you? Because the
Mm-mm.
way he's
Ain't no
acting,
way.
specifically the video when they were on, it looks like they were probably by the pools or something on
Mm-hmm.
the cruise that they went on. Um,
Right.
and he looked so annoyed with her, and all she was doing was sitting up there vibing to the music, singing a little bit, rubbing on him. Let me tell you something. In a relationship, I am touchy feely, baby. If you gonna look annoyed with me,
I'm out.
if you gonna be a you want me to
I'm
shut down
gone.
real quick?
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm sorry.
Listen, my husband got to be okay with me touching on him at all types of
Mhm.
random ass times
All
because I am.
times.
Listen,
Mhm.
I could have got up, went to the bathroom, and came back. I'm probably gonna rub on you. I might want to kiss before I go to the bathroom. Yes, I'm just going in
Mhm.
another room of the house. Does that matter? No, the fuck it don't. You gonna give me a goddamn kiss?
Hello. I'm gonna kiss something. Goddamn.
Listen,
Actually, let me let me hold it while you pee.
not let me hold it while you. You want to know something? I don't know if I've ever had the urge to hold.
Really?
No, I haven't. Not hold it while they. No, I ain't. I've never had that. Which is funny considering I like to hold it while I watch TV. But
It's just something about holding it when they pee. And they just be looking at you like, why do you like this? I'm like, I don't know.
I've never. Don't get me wrong. I've heard a lot of people say it. It's. I've just never had the urge to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should try
but
it.
listen, I be trying not to push my luck. Although, in the grand scheme of the shit that I done asked, that is probably a very.
I think that's like at a low level of
That's what I'm
asking.
about. That compared to all other shit I done asked, that's at a very low
I
level.
didn't even ask. We was just always already. I'm telling my business. I don't care. We was just already in the bathroom, and I was like, he's like, "What you?" I was like, "Let me hold it." He's like, "All right, okay." I just grabbed it.
I what be going through their mind during that time?
I don't know. He just looked at me like, "You want to hold it?" I said, "Yeah, let me hold it while you pee." Like, okay. He's just sitting there laughing. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be with somebody that's with the shit that be in your brain. If you not, they just gonna think you a weirdo.
Facts.
So,
And that's the other thing, like having that level of comfort, and security with a person where all your shit
yes.
can come out. Oh, listen,
God.
listen. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a lot of shit been trickling out lately.
I love that for you. I love that for you. I do.
Shit happens, and I be like, oh yeah, that came out.
Lord, is the mic on? Let it keep trickling in the name of Jesus. Lord, let things keep
Baby,
trickling out. Why things keep trickling out?
because baby, I just listen.
Hey, I'm talking about myself too. I just
Listen, no, no,
said earlier, like I'm seeing myself being a lot unveiling lately, and I'm just like, it's scary as hell sometimes, but I'm like, okay,
it is.
it's okay.
Hmm.
What?
Nothing. Anywho, any hoodle. But yeah, I don't know. Is now here's the question. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think there's ever a scenario where for you could see yourself getting past cheating?
No. Mm-mm. I can't.
Hmm.
I really can't. Only because it's like I feel like when I'm with somebody, and it's like I feel like when I finally commit to somebody, I would say I know you enough to where I'm gonna probably if I feel a shift in you, I'm gonna ask you the question, and that was your opportunity to say if something was wrong or something wasn't whatever, like that was your opportunity to say so, and unless somebody held you down and raped you or some stupid ass shit, it's like you had the opportunity to say whatever you needed to say. So no, I don't feel like there's no way that I could ever get over cheating. Because number one, like we always talk about, I'm loyal to the motherfucking soil. So at the end of the day, I probably exhausted every possibility of whatever before I walk away from something.
Right.
And but loyalty and cheating is just not is not one of them for me. I'm sorry. Because it's like if you needed something outside of our bond that we built, like attention or some stupid ass shit from a woman, you need to go work on yourself some more by yourself. For real. before you even got into a relationship with me, that's some shit you should have worked on way before we said we was about to commit into this thing.
Right.
Or if you needed to go sow your royal us and go fuck some other shit before we committed into this thing, cool, go do your thing. That's why we have a space where we have an understanding. I'm single, you single. So by the time we came into this thing now in a committed situation, no, I don't. I'm not gonna be in a space where I'm like, okay, yeah, I forgive you. No, nigga, we done had a whole free fucking year of space to where we was just like, as you say, I'm single, but I got my person. You don't have that time and space already. So now we committed, and now you want to be? Nah, I'm sorry, you don't have that space and room to do your shit already. I'm cool.
Moving the way that I move with relationships now, I can say for me at this point, if we make something official, if we solidify some shit, and especially because my hope is in my future relationship that we're intentional about making space of checking in with each other. I don't
Right.
care if that means we have a quote unquote weekly meeting or whatever the fuck. I
Mm-hmm.
want there to be a consistency in constant communication of us putting everything out on the table.
Right.
How do you feel like I was there for you this week the way that you needed me to be, or
Mm-hmm.
did you feel like something was lacking in the relationship? Anytime, whatever the check-in is, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
being able to have some level of consistent check-in where we know how to talk to each other, because I think that's another
Yes.
thing, is that if you don't know how to properly communicate with your partner the things that you're feeling, or where you feel like you need more support at,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're doomed. Well, I ain't gonna say you're doomed, but that's an era for something negative to happen, basically.
Right.
And then even with thinking about how to communicate with your partner, it's not even necessarily about the words that you say, but it's also like the tone that you use. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know one of the things, like when I've coached specifically women in their relationships, and it's something sexually that they did not like that their partner was doing. My first question was always, "How did you tell them?"
Mm. Yeah.
Because if you was like, nigga, that shit fucking suck, or da, 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 if you was like super aggressive, super like just harsh in the way that you said it, then 9 times 10 the shit was never gonna be received well.
No.
But if you
Your
say,
tone
babe,
definitely matters.
you know what I mean? But if you word it very differently, like, I really love when you do X, Y, and Z. Maybe you could try doing such and such like
Mm-hmm.
this, and I think that'll be way more pleasurable. Like, something gentle, soft, whatever the case, however you want to word it. But the
Mm-hmm.
way in which you communicate with your partner, and you should know your partner well enough to know what type of communication works best for them. You know what I
True.
mean? Because, child, everything don't have to be super aggressive. And this is coming from somebody who is an aggressive person. I very much am an aggressive person. I tend to be the aggressor in situations, and I know this about myself. And I think I'll be honest, I learned a lot of my communication style from my father and how he's, handled stuff. I paid a lot of attention, because uh, my father went from being a manager at Uncle Ben's, uh, to being retired, and then and he was always like active in the community, president of the 100 Black Men of the Mississippi Delta and all this stuff. Like, so he's had these roles,
Right.
where he's had to have a great level of code switch, if you will. Uh,
Right.
it because child, it that's a side note. To have people finally hear my father in his relaxed state when he's with friends and when he's with family versus if he's out somewhere handling business, the level of shock on their face is always hilarious because
Mm-hmm.
they've never heard him in this space. And I'd be like, Y'all, my dad crazy as shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought was
Right.
happening, but okay, cool. But and just being able to manage how to deal with a lot of different personalities and all that other kind of stuff. So I learned a lot of that from from watching my father, talking to my father. My mother was a school teacher, so I learned some of it from her as well.
Hmm.
And for the most part, my family is pretty good with communication. Specifically, my mother is definitely my dad. Getting there,
Yeah.
he getting there too. But
Mm-mm.
it's something that's been very prevalent, especially for a person like myself who values words. You know what I mean? Words of
Yeah.
affirmation are very big, and I think when people hear words of affirmation, sometimes I think they only focus on, oh, you want me to say something positive to you at all times. Words of
Mm-mm.
affirmations is not necessarily just about praising a person. They're also
Right.
just it's also how you handle that person in your communication.
Right.
That's important, because if you come up in here yelling and screaming at me,
Mm. By my defense mechanism.
hey, listen, that's- I tell everybody up front, hey, I ain't rep to fight. Don't do
Nope.
that. Don't do that,
Nope.
because click, so might click. Nope, we don't want to do that. Um,
Let's not do that.
so yeah, so I think that's a huge part of a lot of my, like, how I move and how I talk to people.
Hmm.
And even with how I try and because you've even seen, like,
Uh-huh.
you, right, the gradualness, like, hey,
Hmm.
all right. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, I think a lot of that plays a part in how you can
Hmm.
build in a relationship, and how you can make sure that everybody feels safe and secure and confident and trusted,
True.
in a relationship. But
Question.
mm,
How do you, for you, define cheating for you? Like, what do you feel like cheating is for you? Because everybody's
cheating,
definition of cheating is different.
right? So there's physical and there's emotional cheating, for in
Right.
my opinion. So physical is, of
Hmm.
course, any type of physical activity that you're doing with someone else that should solely be reserved for me. Especially if we are in a
That's the word.
monogamous relationship. You know what I mean?
That's the key
Especially if we
word.
are
Yep.
in a monogamous relationship. Uh, you define the parameters of all that kind of stuff when you're probably totally different, a little bit different. But as far as myself, who is somebody who operates as a monogamous individual, um, if you are doing anything physical with a person, that should solely be reserved for our for us, for me and you. Like, should nobody be sucking on them lips but me? Should
Amen.
know, if it ain't one of our kids, our niece, nephew, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Family. Should nobody be
Hmm.
holding your goddamn hand?
Right.
Uh, should nobody be sitting in your motherfucking lap? Okay, should nobody be rubbing the back of your motherfucking head? Like, baby, when I start thinking about the things, please
Don't even
don't.
look at my nigga.
Okay, bitch, I will pluck your eyeballs out. Okay, get the fuck on. Okay, because when I tell you this is
Yeah.
mine, I'm only gonna tell you one time nicely. You know what I'm saying? And I should be able to trust my man, my husband, to
Right.
make sure to set the proper boundaries, so nothing can ever be, misconstrued, right? Now, when it comes to emotional cheating to me is you allowing a person in a space in your heart, in your mind, that should
Hmm.
solely be reserved for me. So if if you run to this person every time something good happens in your life, before you say anything to me, if you run to this person for intimate moments of communication, and you ain't said shit to me, If you fall asleep on
That's
the
too
phone
much.
with this motherfucker, yeah, you feel me? Like, okay, emotional cheating, emotional cheating.
That,
Those are things that I would define as emotional cheating and physical cheating.
that's. I mean, once you said the word reserve, I knew everything you was about to say. It was matched head on because anytime whatever space that you've created for me that was reserved for me and you've given it to somebody else, that's cheating for me.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
even down
I
to
so I
like,
I agree with everything you said.
yeah, even down to nicknames. Baby, I'll punch somebody in their
Hmm.
motherfucking throat. They call you what I call you.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. Y'all, listen. Okay, hey,
Call me by
it
my
took a lot.
government name. I don't even like it. Like, who is that?
Let
You
me tell
do
you
not
something. You
call
call
me by
me,
my government name.
because I'm sure looking at the fuck. You call me by my government name, I'm gonna call your name right back. The fuck? Why? What? Shit. But yeah, now if I fuck around and I hear another bitch call you some shit, I call you. Which one of y'all smoking crack? Cause somebody got to be on drugs up in this motherfucker. Somebody got to be on. It don't. It That's not a safe thing to do. That's not safe. Yeah, but shit like that, like, and I feel because here's the thing, and when you find your person, especially if we're talking about in terms of marriage, right? There's a part of you, at least for me, there's a part of me that even though I've
Mm-hmm.
dated people, I can tell you right now, there's a part of me that nobody has experienced, and it is solely reserved for my husband.
Amen.
It is so, and that that person can take stock in knowing that nobody else will be able to say that they've experienced me in the same way that he will. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yep.
and I'll be honest with you, it hasn't even been something completely intentional. I think it was just something that has been subconscious for me. It's something that I've realized in more recently since I've gotten older and I've been able to kind of, unpack some shit, unlayer some shit, uh decipher some shit, all that kind of stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I have never completely just let myself go in a relationship.
I can agree.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I can honestly
I've
sit
never
up here
really
and
felt
say that
safe to though.
no, hell no. Fuck no.
Mm-mm.
Nah. Baby, I done
I
had to be the
can
nigga
say
in too many
though,
of my
honestly,
relationships.
I feel safer now, safer
Yes.
or the
Yeah.
safest, and I'm not
Yeah.
even like.
Mm-hmm. He's not
You know
he's
what?
not in it. She said she's not in it. Oh shit.
I'm in it, but I mean, it's like okay. I'm gonna say I'm not married. How about that? I'm not married yet.
Okay.
I try to choose my words wisely.
I bet you do.
You know
I
what?
bet you do.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know.
Oh shit.
As I like to call it, it's an amazing bond. You create amazing bonds, you know,
Right. Yeah, no.
which is awesome because I always want somebody to be my friend and have something solid before. Now, I also believe I'll be a person that goes straight from like single, dating, married. 'Cause,
You think it's
like
gonna be a
I've given it enough time to where we built something solid to where I know you. Like I don't think I would be in that middle phase that long. I don't think so.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'll say that. I'm not opposed to it. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Uh,
I text what I had to say.
I bet you will. Uh,
I'm just saying. If somebody said, "Will you marry me?" You will say no. You would say no.
nah.
Exactly.
Thank y'all for coming out to talk. We're gonna go and wrap this up because I see where this is going.
I'm just saying. I
I
can't
wouldn't
sing
be
that one song
opposed.
because that was actually a terrible wedding song. So I can't even think of no other song to sing in my head.
Which one?
The meet me at the altar in your waitress.
Oh yeah, hell no.
No.
Dear future husband, if you watching it, you better not play that shit. Don't you
No.
play that
At
shit
the
to the
reception or
phone?
nothing.
Nothing. That it's a good song. Great bop. Don't get me wrong. We
Yeah.
ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Pisses me off every time.
Listen.
It pisses me off every time because it sounds so. I guess you'd have wore me down.
Yep. Or we
That's
done
what it
got
sounds like.
old. You know, because a lot of men always say that. Well, I ain't getting no older. I need somebody to take care of me. Like you don't ran them balls dry for
Right.
55 years, and now you just talking about you want anybody.
Right. You just want somebody to be there to take care of you. Your shit don't even work right no more.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
we about to cut up. But yes,
y'all
thank
missed
y'all
us.
so much for y'all patience as we have been dealing with life. And we definitely always keep y'all informed of what we doing, of we playing throwback episodes, which we got a lot of content. If we ever need to take a pause or take a breather, because we always say real life first. We love y'all to death, but we got to make sure that we're okay as humans first. So I always appreciate my sister for always understanding that for the both of us. So
Hey,
yes.
definitely, definitely. Make sure y'all do all the things, right? Make sure y'all go download her ebook, her cookbook. Go order some
Yes.
spices. You know what I'm saying? The holidays is coming. Get your seasonings
Yes.
together. Don't be
And
out
you
here
can
with
get the
this
paperback
nasty ass
copy off of
game.
Amazon. Shout out to
Period.
everybody that actually wanted an autograph copy. Cause I didn't even make that an option because I didn't think nobody would want nothing that with me having had to sign.
Why
Y'all for
not?
that.
And you know what?
I
You
just
said that because I
can't,
sure meant to
girl.
ask you that. I sure meant to ask
Huh?
you that. I meant to
Huh?
ask you about that. I meant to ask you about that. So I'm happy you mentioned that. Good. Yeah, you
So
do.
yeah, so people was like, "Well, I want my autograph," and I'm like, "Okay." So I did put the option on the website to where if you wanted an autograph copy, you can get it off my website and I'll ship it to you. So simplyspicespice.com if you want the ebook, or if you want the autograph copy, of course your seasonings, of course your merch, and then Amazon if you just want the paperback unsigned. And I just pretty appreciate, because like I told one person, like anytime you do something different or out the box, you never know who's gonna show up, and you never know if the people gonna like it or love it. And it's like, when the people like it and the people really rock with you, and you have a good support system around you, it's amazing. So just thank y'all for this platform, thank y'all for supporting us both. It's just a dope feeling. So thank y'all.
Definitely, definitely. Um, Make sure y'all check me out tomorrow night on TikTok. I will be doing a fragrance live. Yeah, I got so much Jesus Vivians. I got so much new stuff to talk to y'all about. Of course, make sure y'all order your books, download Worshiper, all the good things. We won't be live next Thursday.
Right.
No, we won't be live next Thursday, but we'll definitely be back live the Thursday after that.
But we will have
So
something for y'all to watch. So stay tuned. And we gonna make
and
sure
we'll
I'll make sure her live link is also in the description box. Y'all come over and watch her do her fragrance thing because she is really killing it over there. And we so proud of her.
I appreciate you. But all right,
Just
y'all.
become me.
Definitely
Learn about your fragrances and what to get your man and what to get your girl and how to layer that shit.
right, so you can get put through the mattress. Amen. Amen. Um,
Amen.
y'all, thank y'all for coming. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.